Derek Chauvin was an idiot. Derek Chauvin got 22 and a half years. George Floyd was an idiot. George Floyd paid the ultimate price, his life. However, I believe Derek Chauvin case was treated unfair. It was definitely politically influenced, even by the higher up power, the president. We've seen cases like Amber Geiger, Officer Geiger, who actually went into the wrong apartment, she claimed, and shot the black man who was sitting there eating ice cream. In my humble opinion, that was worse than what Derek Chauvin did. And she got less time. She just got 10 years. So clearly, Derek Chauvin case definitely was politically influenced. And then you got cases like Muhammad Noor in Minneapolis. He was a black officer who showed up on the scene because somebody called in a rape, a white woman who thought that maybe her neighbor was being raped, whatever the case was. And he just showed up and then shot the lady who actually called in what was going on. And he got sentenced 12 and a half years. You know, he was being an idiot too. So and that's worse. Like, he just showed up on the scene and shot an innocent white lady. Like, that's worse than what Derek Chauvin did, but Derek Chauvin got the most time. So clearly politically influenced. Also, you know, do black people get treated unfairly in a criminal justice system? I don't think so, because context matter. Black people don't just get crazy numbers and get thrown in prison for 20 years just for a nonviolent crime. Typically, it's more to the story than that. Usually, context matter. You robbed somebody, you went to jail. You raped a woman, you went to jail. You robbed the liquor store and shot somebody while doing it. Then you get 4 or 5 years, you on probation, and then you go out and sell a pound of weed. Like, yeah, that was a nonviolent crime, but you had a long history of terrorizing a community. So the judge said, if I see you on my court one more time, I'm giving you the books. And that's what happened. So context do matter. They don't just give black, just because you black, you don't just get crazy football numbers. Usually it's something that lead up to that. You can't just terrorize the neighborhood and then think you're only going to get a month in jail. That's not how it works. Lori Lightfoot she's an ignorant mayor. There's a lot of ignorant mayors. Lori Lightfoot, in my opinion, should be in prison. Clearly, she hates men. That's why she's a lesbian anyway. She don't care that majority of the people that's dying in her city are black males. The violence is crazy. There's innocent babies dying in Chicago and nothing's being done about it. Nothing. A city like that is under a pandemic. They got to take extreme measures. Lori Lightfoot need to get off her ass and take extreme measures. She blamed all the problem on white supremacy that don't have nothing to do with Chicago. Juicy Smollett tried to use white supremacy in Chicago and it didn't work out for him. It ain't no white supremacy in Chicago. Black folks are killing each other left and right. They blaming gun manufacturers. They blaming ghost guns. Ghost guns ain't even the guns that's being used in crimes. And then they attack the AR-15. Nobody's killing each other with an AR-15 in Chicago. They killing each other with stolen handguns. Attacking the guns, that's not going to solve the problem. It's a cultural problem out there, and it's under a pandemic. We was under a pandemic, and guess what y'all made me do? Y'all made me mask up for a whole year. I had to wear a mask. It was extremely uncomfortable. I hated wearing it. So you got to make people feel uncomfortable in Chicago. I don't care. I don't care if y'all call it racist. Bring stop and frisk. Put more cops on the ground. Y'all defunded the police. Y'all got all kinds of problems in Chicago. Lori Lightfoot, bring the stop and frisk. It's going to make people uncomfortable. Some people going to call us racist. But y'all under a pandemic. Something have to be done. Doing nothing is more racist than doing something. We all need to stop playing this game about stuff that's being racist. If you clearly see it's normal for 30 to 40 to 50 bodies to drop every weekend in Chicago. Stop playing a race card. Something got to be done. Some people that's going to have to be uncomfortable, and that's going to be the way it is. Now, like I said, if the city is under a pandemic, you might have to call the National Guard or do something to stop the violence that's going on in Chicago. Lori Lightfoot, she just don't care. She just don't care. A lot of these Democratic mayors don't care. Y'all can't blame the so-called white supremacist Republicans because they're not in charge of none of these cities. The Democratic liberals are in charge of all of these cities, and the Democratic liberals don't care. They get y'all vote by keeping the black community destroyed. So until y'all step up and vote these people out, nothing's going to change.
We're done.
No. Let him ask his follow-up question so he doesn't claim that somehow we're being biased and slighting the guy from Newsmax. Please, sir, it's 6:30 going on 7. Ask your follow-up question.
Well, my follow-up question is simply this. Many residents in Chicago feel that you've lost control of the city. Now it appears as though you've lost control of the Chicago City Council. Do you owe an apology to the victims of violent crime, the thousands of unsolved shootings and murders and stabbings and random stabbings in the downtown and the south side and the north side and the west side? Do you owe these people any apology?
So once again, sir, I ask you to get your facts right. Crime is not out of control in our city. In fact, crime is on the decline. All of our major indices showed the decline in crime, and our homicides and our shootings year over year are down. That's a fact, sir. And you, sir, I was polite and allowed you to spew your rhetoric, which is offensive to me and others, but I'm trying to be polite and professional and answer your question. But if you want to write your own narrative and irrelevant to what I'm going to say and what the facts are, then we'll just move on to the next reporter. Heather Sharon.
Let me talk to the black man for a second. You don't agree that we messed up culturally? 20 bodies, 30 bodies, 40 bodies dropping in Chicago. 300 bodies damn near a month. More bodies than what's happening in Iraq. That's why they call it Chiraq, Chicago. All of these young black people dying. You can't admit that we got a problem culturally. I understand Derek Chauvin went to jail. He killed a black man. So one life we march and burn down a city, all the cities around the country for. Why don't we do that when the 6-year-old, when the 5-year-old innocent girl, when a 10-year-old innocent girl, when somebody grandma get killed due to gang violence that they don't even have nothing to do with? There's no way you could fix your lips to tell me that the pandemic that's going on in Chicago and multiple other cities, 300 lives of black people dead, and George Floyd is what we care about. One so-called racist, white supremacist Klan member cop, Derek Chauvin, he goes down. He go to prison, and that's what we care about. In Chicago, the violence is so high, but the arrest rate is so low because Lori Lightfoot put in policies where it's pro-criminal and the police can't even chase the criminals on foot. The cops was defunded. People are doing whatever they want to do, and it's really no consequence. And if they do go to jail, they get right back out. So, black people, do you think that we got a problem culturally, like we messed up mentally, that we don't care about all the young black people that's dropping all around the country getting killed? Innocent black people. Some of them ain't innocent. Some of them out there gangbanging, killing other people, kids and all of that, but that's still a problem. We ain't talking about that. We care about Derek Chauvin and making sure Derek Chauvin go to jail, making sure Derek Chauvin get the death penalty. You don't think that that's a problem? Out of all of the black people that's killing each other all around the country, we so happy that we got Derek Chauvin, the one racist white supremacist cop. If I was in the Klan, in the KKK and I was a white supremacist, I would just sit back and do nothing. Because y'all doing a job for them. That's why the Democratic Party are the white supremacists. They are the Klan members. They like, yeah, black people killing each other left and right. We don't like them anyway. So let's not do anything. You know what? Let's get these Negroes real good. Let's convince the Negroes that defunding the police is a good idea. And black people just ran along with it. Yeah, defund the police. Yes, police are racist. They're white supremacists. We can police ourselves. Look at how good y'all doing policing yourselves. It don't seem to be working out. Refund these cops. Send a National Guard out. Do stop and frisk. Who give a damn about being called a racist at this point? Clearly, we got a pandemic going on in the black communities. Let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Do I make sense? Do I make a little bit of sense? You agree with me? All right. Make sure you like this video, share this video, comment on this video. And I appreciate everybody who listening to my videos. I appreciate every single new subscriber. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you. I'm Nate Savage. I'm out.
St. George Floyd statues for sale. Pray to St. George Floyd in your hour of need. Keep your St. George Floyd statue on your desk at work. Your boss wouldn't dare do anything but fear you. We have one you can attach to the hood of your car, like a Mercedes. Scare all white people with a large St. George Floyd statue in your front yard. Order yours today. Counterfeit, $20 bills accepted.